Hey, Kermit the Frog here, and you are listening to Manny on UFO Buster Radio Network. Yay!
This is Sparta! Fatality.
Hey, this is episode number 377 of the UFO Buster Radio News, and I'm fresh off of some holiday. Like I was completely clueless about what was happening all over the United States, to be honest. Like, I had no clue. Literally, I got a text on, I think it was Saturday or Sunday. Not really sure, because I was enjoying way too many margaritas. And I had no idea. I was getting text messages about all the civil unrest in the U.S. And, I had nothing. Nothing was happening. I didn't even turn on the television in the hotel, to be honest, because I was just having a good time. 4 days of nothing. As a matter of fact, I even planned on the way down to my destination to actually stop the car and watch the Demo 2 Crew Dragon, now known as Endeavour, to watch the liftoff. And that's it, man. Once I hit the road, it was all over. It was done with. I forgot all about it completely. In the live chat right now, we got Green Man, Adam Bomb, and also The Norm. Welcome, guys. That was just crazy. And then when I finally got to it and started catching up a little bit when I got back here Monday night, I was like, damn, I missed some really crazy shit. I mean, even San Antonio, downtown, it was a world of hurt down there. I got to say this. There's these shows that I watch on YouTube. If you guys don't know, I have a thing for fast cars for some reason. I don't know, especially the exotics. And, some of the homemade, or should I say, the American-made cars, too. But there's a show that I watch on YouTube that has to do with, it's just Texas shows. And these guys, they go from city to city, basically, for car shows. And these guys just go out to show with their fancy cars and whatever. But one of the guys, they do car spotting in L.A., actually. They were driving around during the riots down there, and man, that was crazy. That was nuts. The way they were driving around in their little, what was it, Nissan Leaf or some shit like that. Like, I would, listen, anything that small, you do not want to be in the middle of a riot driving around. They'll turn that bitch over real quick. Are you kidding me? No. Forget about that nonsense. I would not, anything that small. No. What's that stupid little car? 242 or car 240, whatever the fuck it is. Too small. You do not go out on a riot in a tiny car that could be flipped by like two people. No, you're fucking crazy as hell. Anyway, it was fantastic. I'm glad to be back. I was out there. Crazy things come to mind. Like, you sit there and you're ordering stuff, and you might see someone has like a UFO thing going on, and you're thinking, oh, what if he listens to the podcast? Does he even know? Does he know? No, but I didn't wear any UFO Buster Radio gear when I was out there, so, probably, maybe, I don't know. But it's good to see. There were a lot of people out there who I saw with like either a little alien t-shirt or something going on, which is really weird because there's also been a lot of shows on YouTube of people from different channels and podcasts and YouTube coming together on YouTube to do these shows and kind of kiss each other's ass, which I just hate that. But anyway, they're kissing each other's ass. But according to them, there is such an awakening. Everybody's woke as fuck when it comes to UFOs around the world. I don't see how anything's fucking changed, to be honest. But that's the theme now. We're all woke as fuck. Yeah. Thanks to this person's video or that documentary or To the Stars Academy, we're all woke. No, we're not fucking woke. I mean, come on. We keep missing the news. People are ignoring all the big news that comes out. These videos coming out from the government saying, yeah, these are videos. Later on saying, no, these before and these after were drones. Nobody's awake as fuck anywhere, to be honest, when it comes to this topic. Only the people that followed it from the beginning are still the ones who are true hard believers and truthers. That's just the bottom line. Those people that slightly woke up, it's like their meds wore off for a second, but now they're back on it because life is just, it's just normal. Life is back to normal now. But I was out there and I was thinking, FOIA requests. What a crazy thing Freedom of Information Acts are. Because, to be honest, you're asking the government to tell you truthfully about an event or a situation when they've lied to you for decades. They've hid the truth for you, but yet you want to submit a FOIA. That's just, it just boggles my mind. And actually, one of the articles that we have for today has to do with a FOIA request that was submitted in the UK. Yeah. Forget about it. So when I think of FOIA, I came up with a new acronym. Well, we use the same acronym, but new words for what it means. But we'll get back to that after the first track. But let's see what happens today with these news reports. And by the way, they're all over the world. We got one from the UK. We got one from down under in Australia. So let's get to it. by the way, I had some of the greasiest breakfast food ever while I was on vacation. Oh my God. It's the gift that keeps on giving, even today. It's amazing. By the way, FOIA, when it comes to UFO Buster Radio, is fuckers obviously investigate anything. That's what FOIA means to me. That's the bottom line. Because people would investigate the dumbest shit just in order to submit a FOIA to the government. That's just how I feel about it. I know someone's going to say that I hate FOIAs, but yeah, I do, to be honest. Netizens. Who the fuck came up with this term? It's like citizens of the net, netizens. Gosh, fuck. There's people that get paid big money for BS like this. Think they have spotted UFOs on the SpaceX live stream. Yeah, the live stream, apparently people watch it, the pareidolia pizza of the world, and they're looking for stuff. They're looking for evidence of UFOs. I would guarantee that anything that is looking down towards the planet, we'll see all kind of flying shit. Because we have shit that flies on this planet, believe it or not. And if you're in space, you're bound to catch some of that shit. But apparently, it's a big thing. This happened, of course, during the first space flight that had to do with the joint commercial thing with SpaceX and NASA. And everyone's excited about it, right? They're all worked up. They're watching the videos, except for me, because I was on the road. May 30th, 2020. That was the day. And by the way, I've seen these videos of Elon so emotional. I mean, really, he looked like he was going to cry. I could see him screaming like he's there watching, He's like, and the tears are coming down and they're falling on the baby's head, whatever his name is. I'm not really sure yet. Yeah, fantastic. It is an accomplishment. There's even a video, which for the love of Pete Moonraker, you should have just linked it in here, where he's talking about that moment when he saw the Crew Dragon. But we'll leave that for tomorrow. Tomorrow's space. But anyway, this really is about this so-called UFO, Doug and Bob. Doug and Bob. Could you pick any other astronauts besides Doug and Bob? That's a whole fucking sitcom right there, just to be honest. So Doug and Bob were the astronauts involved. We know this. They sat on top of that penis-shaped concoction they call the Falcon 9 with the dragon on top. And they took off. And they named it Endeavour. Come on, leave the fucking space shuttle names alone. Pick something else. Call it Penile. That kind of fits. Anyway, the internet citizens, the netizens, I don't know, I can't do this. Were watching the stream when they found a UFO flying around. Now, some of them, they took video of this and they posted it on the internet. They posted it especially on Twitter. It went totally nuts on Twitter. There was one Twitter user who shared a clip from the event. Sadly enough, it was from his TV, so it was really the lackluster, whoever the fuck you are. That was just dumb as hell. But the quote from the tweet was, "Did you all see the UFO on camera today? Watch this, what we just saw." Not really helpful, because he was actually, the video was coming from his phone, from his TV, and apparently he didn't have a really good TV because you couldn't see the fucking little dot that he was pointing to. So epic fail to you. However, there was another user who really took it to the next level. Like this person, at Holly Pori. Don't know what that means, not sure. But if you look up Holly Pori, HOLIPORI, they shared the picture from the feed, and they even went as far as circling it. They circled it for you really nice and say, hey, here's the dot. Their question was that a UFO or something? Well, guess what? Since you don't know what the fuck it is, it's a UFO. They even gave you the time at T 14:11. 14 minutes, 11 seconds. It says it was rising from the clouds so fast, and then it disappeared. Now, it could be anything. I'm not going to sit here and say that it was ET, but it could be a UFO. Yes, Yes. Guarantee it was a UFO, because you have no idea what the fuck it is other than a fucking dot flying in the background. But there was other reports too, like, what is it? Somebody saw a mouse or some crazy thing like that. I don't know. Just completely ridiculous. Want to welcome Dave. Dave's here from Down Under. What's up, Dave? The Norm. Everybody else is in there. Great. So I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed with the whole Endeavour name. That kind of sucks. I mean, Doug and Bob, you couldn't expect anything more from Doug and Bob, to be honest. Yeah, we needed somebody else with a bit more, I don't know, creativity in naming it. I don't know. Pre-ejaculate. I don't know. I have no idea. Whatever it could have been, I don't know. But I'm sure that fuckers obviously investigate anything will be submitted to find out if NASA was hiding a UFO in that SpaceX video. Listen, it is what it is. You can't pinpoint and analyze these little short ass videos and think that you've got the holy grail of ET UFO technology. Could it have been a Tic Tac? Who fucking knows? But why sit in the background of a video shot that's being pretty much sent everywhere? Like, who wasn't watching it? There were people watching it in the millions. And do you think a UFO is just going to show up back there for Doug and Bob to be on top of the dragon? I was about to say on top of the penis, but who knows what they did in between shots? I'm just saying. It is what it is. So Dave says the mouse thing. Yeah, that's what it was. Somebody reported seeing like a mouse on the ship while it was leaving. It says the mouse thing is part of the rocket mechanics. So maybe a piece fell off? I don't know. Who the fuck knows what the hell is going on? But it did not look... Well, yeah, okay. So it did look like a mouse. Kind of. I didn't look at the whole video, but it just made no sense to me why this is a big deal. The pareidolia Pete's of the world they're on it. They really are.
another day to be with ya, with ya. Baby, there's no plan for the wicked. Darker are the days for the bitter ones. Baby, I'm just happy to be with ya, to be with ya. Baby, there's no plan for the wicked. There is no goal for the longing heart. Just another day to be with ya. When everything ends, it's a brand new start. Baby, there's no plan for the wicked. Darker are the days for the bitter ones. Baby, I'm just happy to be with ya. Ooh, there's no plan for the wicked. Ooh, there's no plan for the wicked.
For those of you who just tuned in, this is UFO Buster Radio. I am Manny Moonraker. And by the way, if you're not on Discord, you're missing a lot of conversation. This weekend I missed a lot of it myself, to be honest. I try to stay in. I try to stay in it to win it. But it was going way too fast, especially during the whole NASA. And then there was a whole conversation about what was going down in society as it breaks apart. There was even a meme that I posted in there today about that we completely skipped the murder hornets because it seemed to like it was going to become a thing. Like COVID was just going to drop off a little, and then all of a sudden it was going to be all about the murder hornets. Like the murder hornets were going to come in and take over the joint, but apparently that's not how it went down. We have civil unrest. So there you go. This story is coming out of the UK. And here's our FOIA request. That's right, Freedom of Information request. And it's weird. You know, it's weird to see that we have FOIA requests in the US and we have them in the UK. And I kind of wonder who else has these requests and how many countries really give two fucks about people submitting them, to be honest. This one's specific to Stafford or Staffordshire. I guess I said before, sometimes in the UK, you just got to add the Shire at the end to make it official. Named as a UFO hotspot. Thanks to Freedom of Information requests, they were able to gather sightings and things like that over a 12-month period. I'm still on vacation. Over a 12-month period. And so apparently Staffordshire came in the top 10 of UK's hotspots, and actually came in at number 6 for UFO sightings. Now, this probably doesn't mean a hell of fucking beans to anyone in the UK. Like, they probably don't give two fucks about it. As a matter of fact, they probably don't even know where the fuck Staffordshire is, most of them. I don't know. But that's the way it is. So, a lot of this came out of the fact that the UK government, as you know, that they release all that information from the MOD, the Ministry of Defense. I know some of you popets are really excited about that I said that. So it totaled about 50 years. 50 years. And no fucking evidence. That's what it came down to. Why don't you guys submitting FOIAs in the UK, you guys, they just told you to go fuck yourself. That's basically what they said. No evidence of a potential threat has been found or reported or investigated or put pen to paper or whatever in the UK for 50 years. Not a single damn thing. But there's an issue here towards the end of this article, which is pretty fascinating. And I know it's going to make a lot of people upset when I talk about this because that's the way it is. I'll get hate mail about this guy, not about him, but about me talking about him. That's just the way it is. This is the hashtag no fucks given zone. So, whatever. South Staffordshire, pilots were flying from Halfpenny Green Airport, known as Bubbington Airport. The two names they don't coincide. How the fuck did we get Halfpenny Green Airport to Bubbington Airport? I don't get it. But apparently they saw a UFO during a flight in February of 2019. Here's the thing. One of the pilots reported being hit by a laser moments before the encounter happened. Maybe he's got fucking retinal burn. I don't know. But that's one of the reasons why they landed number 6 over at Staffordshire. Just in case you guys were interested. Also, in 1988, a prominent UFO sighting occurred over Canuck Chase. I'm not even going to say what I keep reading this name as it says, but it's actually Canuck. But we'll leave it like that. Canuck Chase in Staffordshire, which was investigated by the MOD because they're useful. Multiple witnesses reported seeing objects over the beauty spot. Whoever wrote this is really in love with a lot of the UK places. What the fuck is the beauty spot? Is there like a big mole in this area that people are admiring in the UK? I don't understand, but beauty spot, whatever. One of the folks that actually witnessed this situation, what they described was seeing 2 triangle-shaped UFOs making a faint sound and climbing vertically into the sky. So what? This is why in 50 years they have nothing to report. Yeah. Sorry, UK. By the way, I'm drinking this Sprite Zero right now. Sprite Zero, no sugar. God, it's disgusting. It's pretty nasty, to be honest. No lies. Please, don't drink it. There was a thing in this article that was actually said by Nick Pope. And this is where you Popettes get all upset about it. According to this, the most prominent UFO sighting in Shropshire, what the fuck is it with these Shropshire, is known as the Cosford Incident, which happened at RAF Cosford in 1993. Oh, how about that? It's not Rendlesham Forest. The large triangular craft was seen by an MOD police patrol at the airbase. Well, first-hand MOD. That's great. Nick Pope, who headed the UFO desk at the time, from the broom closet, 5 floors under the ground level in the building, he said it was among the best cases in the MOD's archive. The total archive was over 12,000 sightings. This is the part that really gets me right now. Like, I don't see Nick Pope walking around with a badge talking about, I'm with the MOD, you know, with a noisy cricket or something like that. I just don't see it. He's like too mild. Like, I would see him kind of too timid to even go up to anyone and ask him about a UFO. I just don't see it. What he said was this in this article. He believes it could have been investigated in a secret study by the Pentagon in the U.S. Why? Why do they have to certify the MOD UFOs by saying that the U.S. investigated it? Are you serious? We were busy spending millions of dollars somewhere else. Get out of here with that. Come on, Nick Pope. I know the Popettes are pretty pissed off right now. I don't know. I feel like me and Nick Pope, we're like on the same level. We have no kind of usefulness when it comes to ufology. And that's the honest truth. Me and Nick Pope, we're on the same level. I'm going to start writing fucking books now. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to claim that I was sitting in a broom closet for about 15 years looking at 50 years of records that don't mean shit to anyone. But, you know, I'll make lots of money, travel the world, go from one UFO conference to the next, and be revered by people. I don't know how the hell that works. It's just completely nuts. So, Staffordshire, the UK, you guys are number 6. Hopefully you can move up to number 1 in a few couple of years, really. I think if you had a few probings and a couple cattle mutilations, you guys will be up there with the best of them. I guarantee you. Otherwise, you're just deprived.
wasting my time. I don't know why I can't get you out my mind. And if I find a way to get it, when I do it, I can live it and forget it. Cause I hate how much I love you, or I hate how you just put me in my feelings. I just wish you understood the gravity, but you got low sinners. I guess it's better just to live it and forget it than to live it and remember. I've been wasting my time. I don't know why I can't get you out my mind. Yeah, now I'm so lost, where do I go? I was in the chase, caught a flat on road. It was all love, X no O. I was feeling rich, but we turned out broke. North Pole, life so cold. Lukewarm love, should've took it to the stove. You were bad news, all kind, no pro. We grew apart fast. I guess we was reaping what we sowed in. I guess we was unequally yoked in. Guess if we was putting on the shoulder, guess we should've tried to take it slow then. Guess I let my feelings take control. Guess I let my demon take the wheel. Used to think that we be growing old. Now I can't believe that it was real. It was back in late December when I did it. I just wish I could forget it. Cause I hate how much I love it, oh I hate how I just love to catch a feeling. And you told me that you understood the gravity, but now I know you didn't. I guess it's better just to live it and forget it than to live it and remember. If I find a way to get it, when I do it, I can live it and forget it. Cause I hate how much I love you, or I hate how you just put me in my feelings. I just wish you understood the gravity, but you got lost sinners.
Don't fucking scream at me.
Where's
you
the money?
Dumb fuck you. Look at you with your fucking 48% body fat.
Hell, I think everyone has 48% body fat right now, thanks to COVID-19. Probably the only people that are at these riots are the ones that are fit enough to get their asses, roll their asses out of their houses, to be honest. I don't know. Crazy. Hopefully everything's cool. We got the civil unrest down, at least to a peaceful protest. I still haven't really looked into this other than seeing those car spotting guys running around, trying not to get their little ass car turned over, really. Completely nuts. This next story is coming from down under. This one's for you, Dave. You might even know. You might even know these guys. Actually, I would even say it's for Blue Chicken as well, but we don't have a Blue Chicken anymore. Air battle between two UFOs was extraterrestrial, claims Australian courier reader who witnessed the incident. Yeah. So he's not really a courier. He actually reads the Australian Courier, by the way. That was a strategic pause in the wrong fucking place. An Australian man, he told the Courier how he witnessed what he can only describe as an air battle between two UFOs. Dave, was this you? Did you do this? Apparently, the air battle ended up in one of the UFOs crashing on the ground. I've never heard of this. The guy's name is Phil Tyndale. And he was about 10 years old when this went down in the South Australian town of, what's that, Aldgate? Over 40 years ago. So he's a little bit over 50 years old, half a century. He said what he saw was crazy. It was a hostile chase between two highly advanced crafts, resulting in one of them crashing into a tree. He was actually not alone when he saw this. He had his twin brother, Rob Tyndale. 4 decades. 4 decades. He says he's 100% convinced what he saw was real. It was not the military, and it was extraterrestrial. It's really difficult, right? These situations with kids. You know, at 10 years old, he could be a little lying fuck. I mean, it's true, right? He could be the kid that's running around, doing all the crazy shit, killing animals and stuff. You never know. But then, you want to say that, children still malleable at that point? It's very possible that, him and Rob had a good relationship. They were just hanging out, skipping around, and they had like flower petals they were throwing around and things like that. So they were probably really good kids, straight A students and stuff like that. And they saw something that was weird. And it's still with him today. The other thing is, how well is a 10-year-old schooled on what technology is at the time? For all we fucking know, 40 years ago, Australia had the most advanced air force in the entire world, and nobody fucking knew it. Or somebody sent over some kind of a test craft, and these poor little guys, Rob and Phil, better than Doug and Bob. Rob and Phil were probably out there, and they had no idea what the hell they were looking at because it was experimental. But their story does have a bit of a twist to it, and that's why things begin to kind of become something of a debate, right? There's a quote here from Phil. It says, "I had no real perspective on the UFO phenomena." Who fucking does? That is the absolute truth. I believe it. Both in terms of scale and significance until the internet came about. Same thing with everything. No one had a clue about what the fuck was going on anywhere else until the internet. I mean, carrier pigeon wasn't cutting it. These fucking pigeons were not getting these UFO reports across the world. No, we needed the internet to make it happen. He says he just recently began the process of sharing his information in order to move the conversation beyond believe it or not debate. He was there. He witnessed it. He also says, it wasn't until I made contact with other witnesses and researched other people's reports that I realized these visitations are significant and very relevant to us. That goes without saying. Anyone that has any kind of experience, they see something, they feel something, they wake up with markings, they see the owl in the window. They research because they need an explanation. It can't just be a given that these things are happening just out of the blue. Because I was talking with someone recently. We can't all be going through the same psychosis all the time. There's got to be an explanation. And sadly, it just has to be that either the government's fucking you over and kidnapping you, like the conspiracy says, or it's really someone from 4.2 far, which leaves you 4.2 far fucked. He says that after a few minutes, well, let's go back here, because he actually gives the shape of these two. And it's, I don't know, it's really weird, to be honest. And so everything happened on February 7, 1980. How the fuck does he remember that? He's 10 years old. His brother Rob called out to him from his bedroom, and they were all looking down to the valley to the southeast of Adelaide. And then the boy saw a bright yellow object bobbing around just above the tree line, about 1 kilometer away. Apparently, a few minutes later, a slightly larger object appeared, and that one was emitting a red light. Red light district. Bobbing heads. In what he describes as an almost cartoon-like motion, it zoomed up to the yellow object, stopped and reversed, and it did it again as it prompted for a reaction. I don't know what the hell these kids were watching at that age. What's going on? The same night, and this is where it gets kind of tricky when we talk about the 10-year-olds. It gets kind of tricky because the same night, a local farmhand, 21-year-old Daryl Brown, reported seeing a speedboat-shaped yellow thing, like a half moon, crash into some trees near the horse farm where he was working. And it turns out to be the exact area that the two brothers, Phil and Rob, actually saw the object last. So there's no doubt about it. There is something that happened back in 1980, February the 7th. Now, how the fuck they remember the date, I don't know. They actually have the time. There's more to the story in the description. If you go to the link to the Courier down in Australia, you can check it out. It's a fascinating story. Now, like I said, the whole kid thing, it becomes kind of iffy. You don't really know what's going to come out, but the fact that we had a 21-year-old, which I'm sure we can actually say that he is a credible witness, loosely. The fact that he corroborated this is fascinating. And so this object actually crashed into a tree and then took off. There is a diagram that Phil drew. Now, I'm not sure if it's recent or he drew this back in the day, but there's a diagram of the object in the tree and what it looked like. It's in the description. Go to the link, check it out, read what else this story is about. But it's just nuts that these stories continue to pop up here and there. And, you know, it's fascinating to me how you get all these stories from around the world. And like he said, if it wasn't for the internet, we wouldn't know about this. We wouldn't know that there are things happening in Australia. We wouldn't know that Starlink is going to be pumping porn into the spear chuckers that have the leaves down, in the jungles of South America. And we wouldn't know these things. It's all thanks to the internet. It's a crazy story. Check it out. All these stories are pretty good. I can't say that I'm too overly excited about the SpaceX UFO thing. It is what it is. Every freaking pareidolia Pete out there is going to find something in these videos. For the UK, sorry Popettes, but Nick Pope did not help you. All the time he was there in that broom closet, forget about it. He's fired. He should have been fired a long time ago, to be honest. That's the story for today. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, what my plan is during the summer is to really follow the quote-unquote Dragon Endeavour and the return of Doug and Bob. I swear, it sounds like a sitcom somewhere. The return of Doug and Bob is what we are going to be tracking Wednesdays until they come back. So my understanding is from the guys in Discord, and I think it was the norm, that they won't be back for 4 months. What the fuck are you doing for 4 months? That is fascinating to me. It's supposed to be a demo. Does it really take that long to demo this thing? I don't know. We'll find out. But we're going to track that. We're also going to track what's going on with Boca Chica and SN4. Well, actually, SN4 blew the fuck up. SN5. And let's see if we can finally get this thing up in the air. SpaceX, NASA. The Starship needs to get up there. Apparently, the government has given a thumbs up for everything. I mean, we are ready to see the other flying phallus, the shiny one, get up there and make a safe landing. That's it. If Elon Musk is able to pull that off, the guy will be unstoppable. SpaceX is going to be the king of commercial travel. Everyone's going to go to them. Heck, they already got contracts to get some of these starships over to the Space Force anyway. So come on. You know you got to do it. You know it. This is episode 377 coming to an end. I thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to check out Discord. Don't forget to shopthedarkhorde.com for your podcast craziness, memorabilia, merch, whatever you want to call it. And I have a feeling sometime this month I'm going to make an appearance on two shows on YouTube before kicking off my own. But we'll see what happens. By the way, this is the new outro for the month of June.